On Look Today, well, Vet Help of Saratoga County will host a Veterans Ball to raise money for homeless veterans. I've got details. And a flag disposal ceremony took place today on how to properly dispose of flags. More on that coming up. And SAVE, S-A-V-E, Lake George Partnership announced a total of $12,500 that will go to benefit Lake George. I've got those details, and it's all ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone, I'm Jay Hood Jackson and this is Look Today. Well, in today's program, I sit down with Teddy Foster. She's a campaign director for the Universal Preservation Hall Foundation, and we're joined by Chuck Vasconian. He's the audio engineer and a producer, and they're here to talk about Druthers' upcoming fundraising concert event at Universal Preservation Hall that's happening Saturday, October 8th. I also sit down with Ed Bartholomew. He's the president of the Economic Development Corps for Glens Falls. He's here to talk about the recent revitalization grants and what it means for Glens Falls. Plus, we've got your weather for the Tri-North counties, but first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, the Saratoga County Rural Preservation Company has announced it will host the first Veterans Ball on October 29th. Now, the event will be a fundraiser at the New York State Military Museum in Saratoga, and all proceeds will go to Vet Help. Well, we spoke to Cheryl Hage Perez. She's the executive director for Saratoga County RPC.
The community's involvement just inspires me. From the political leaders to the business owners to the members of the community, the citizens, it's just been overwhelming, their support, not just for this ball, but day to day for the veterans that we serve. This is the most generous, caring community that I've ever lived or worked in.
Go, Cheryl. As you know, we're very involved with Vet Help. Hey, you know, they play a fundamental role in providing housing for Saratoga's homeless vets. Now, we also spoke to Cheryl about how the upcoming ball will further contribute to this cause.
Well, the Veterans Ball is the first fundraiser that our agency has done, and all proceeds are going to be used to repair and renovate the programs, the housing programs that we currently have for our homeless veterans in Saratoga County.
In other news, well, the Saratoga National Cemetery Honor Guard Association conducted a flag disposal ceremony today. Now, the U.S. Flag Code suggests that when a flag has served its useful purpose, it should be destroyed, preferably by burning. Well, the ceremony took place at the Saratoga National Cemetery. Now, for individuals, it is suggested, by the way, that burning the flag is done discreetly to avoid any controversy. Well, we spoke to Kerry Lawson. She's a commander of the Saratoga National Cemetery Honor Guard Association.
Well, it's a way of disposing of the flag where it is dignified, it's given a service, and it's properly buried. Because after the disposal, after the ashes, they'll be covered up. So it's a burial for the flag as well.
I think dignified is the operative word in that sentence. Switching from news to weather. Today saw clear skies with temperatures in the low 60s, then it got cloudy. So let's see how the rest of the week is shaping up. For a more detailed look at our weather, we're going to head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast. Back to the news. Well, SAVE Lake George Partnership announced this week that it earned $12,500 through two events. Well, the King George Fishing Derby raised $5,000, while Save the Lake concert raised $7,500. Well, the money will go to protecting the lake, including, by the way, a new driver safety program that is now going to be mandatory for boat rentals. Tell me that's not good news. Up next, I sit down with Terry Foster. She's a campaign director for Universal Preservation Hall in Saratoga. We're joined by Chuck Vasconian. He's an audio engineer and a producer, and they're here to talk about Druthers' upcoming fundraising concert event for Universal Preservation Hall that's happening Saturday, October 8th. You want to see that interview. Plus, I also sit down with Ed Bartholomew. He's the president of the Economic Development Corporation of Glens Falls. He's here to talk about the recent revitalization grants and what that means for Glens Falls. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Then give us a call on our hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. Hey, tonight's Lookout is about the election. That could be the national election or it could be the local election. We're getting a lot of calls from people about the candidates and why they are for them or why they're against them. And we appreciate that. So keep those emails and calls coming. It helps us form the stories we want to do about the election. And then we came up here with an idea that we're going to try. We're going to hit the streets with the camera and just ask people who they're for and why. It doesn't have to be long, it could be a sentence. And then we also decided that if you want to shoot it yourself, turn your phone around, take a video and send it to us. And we will we'll air a bunch of these. I think it's important that everybody in the community get involved with just stating who they're for and why they're for them. Don't tell us who you're against. That's not what we're looking for. But if you're for someone on the national level or the local level, please let us know. And one other piece, I've mentioned this before and we've gotten some calls. If you're a candidate and you're running for office in Saratoga, Warren, or Washington County, we will open up our schedule to interview you and give you the interview for your digital platforms so that the viewers can get to know you. And we also got word that we're going to be doing a conversation/debate with the candidates for the Assembly, 114th Assembly. All right, I think that's it. So tonight on Look TV, it's sold. That's our call-in auction program. And don't forget, you can tune in tomorrow night for the stories that matter to you. Good night, everyone.